It looked like could have even been bigger and kind of clipped the shoulder first of Danielle Perkins.
That punch is going to land again.
But we saw from the very beginning, that's exactly what she walked into. She wants to finish it off because the question has always been her power.
Round 4 underway. And the crowd takes a brief reprieve in what is otherwise one of the most electric fight atmospheres that we've been in some time for this main event. See if there are any adjustments that Perkins can make here. Nice counter left hook from the top there from Shields with her back against the ropes.
Shields is being very economical with the counter punches. She doesn't want to exchange with the bigger fighter. Really smart of Shields. She's pot-shotting. She's looking for the right shot, the big shot, instead of throwing combinations like she normally does.
Sergio, you can see the eyes of Claressa Shields locked right in on the midsection of Danielle Perkins. I think she's waiting for that right hand to let go so she can launch it right of her own.
Yeah, they're both trying to counter each other's counter. Shields is such a smart fighter, man. You can see that she's trying to land something big over the lazy jab.
Beautiful triple jab right there. She's creating a space for that punch that you just mentioned, Lance.
Trying to fire back with that left hand and sails over the top. And Sergio, this is also the sign of an elite counterpuncher, a dangerous counterpuncher. Shields at times is just planting her feet, but the threat of that hand speed is just too much.
Corey, you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. She's inching her feet closer and closer to the southpaw stance just to land a big overhand shot again. She's not going to go punch for Perkins. She wants a big shot, the money shot.
Hand to the body, the feet got tangled, and that will do it for round 4.
How you feel, champ? Take your time. This time, close the shoulder to get a little bit closer to it. You're a little too far away. All right? If you fall for your face, and everything. So just take your time. Get a little bit closer if you can. D, hit her. She's done. She's done. She's done. Take your time. She's finished. Sit on your shot.
A jam-packed Dort Financial Center here in Flint. This crowd has been losing its collective mind throughout this main event a couple of times. Shields has had Perkins hurt. And a ring walk to remember. Certainly an evening to remember for the fans here in Flint watching their hero come back home, vying for the undisputed heavyweight title.
May I just ask Sergio real quick, do you think at this point in time, Claressa is setting up a trap and allowing Perkins to close the gap so she can look for that big body shot that Chris Mannix was talking about, looking for that body not only in the sides, but in the solar plexus?
I think Claressa understands who she's under, who she's fighting, but she's trying to set up an overhand right. That's the punch that actually hurt Perkins earlier, and that's the exact same punch that's going to land again.
Right there.
Coming up short right there because she's not stepping in deep enough.
Yeah, and I think Claressa Shields can afford to be patient here. In addition to only having 5 professional fights under her belt, Danielle Perkins has never been the 10-round distance. So the deeper this fight goes, the better it's likely going to fare for Claressa Shields.
And there it is. There's that overhand right. Came up short. You can see that Shields is not looking eye to eye to Perkins, looking at the chest of Perkins.
Well, the right came up short there, Sergio, but she followed through with a left hook that did connect. So that may be something that Shields can think about as well.
See, this is one thing about hurting your opponent early. You start winging your shots with too much power. Shields needs to go back, get composed, and jab her way in. Just like that. That power jab right there that she caught. Perkins coming in with it.
Rough stuff on the inside. Again, that friendship between Shields and Perkins, it has dissolved, at least for the duration of this fight.
You know, I like the fact that even though she hurt her, she's not willing to just expose herself and just go for the jugular. She's taking her time. She's being very prudent in the way she attacks Perkins.
Closing moments here of round 5. Claressa Shields in control in the main event. Beautiful Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which will see Daniel Dubois defending his IBF heavyweight title against former WBO champ Joseph Parker at Riyadh Season's The Last Crescendo, live on DAZN pay-per-view February 22nd. And the bad blood is already brewing between these two. If you haven't watched the face-off between them on DAZN, you can check that out later on tonight.
Those moments. Stay on your jab. Be ready to shoot that left hand. Be ready to shoot that left hand. You look good. Come in with the 1-2. Step in 1-1-2. See it. Time it. Gotta time it. Stay on the jab and time my ass.
And there's that overhand right that she was looking for. Came up short, but did the smart thing and came back with that left hook. She's able to get away with that because she's so athletic with her feet.
Watch out. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. You okay? You good? Okay. We good. Let's go. Box.
It looked like there's a spot on the canvas there, maybe one of the boards beneath the canvas.
She's gonna take the chance. Control.
Shields tripped on there. Perkins pointing downwards at it.
It might have got damaged when Skylar Lacey crashed into it.
That's what I was about to say. The two big men probably cracked it. Not only that, but you got a lefty and a righty fighting, and you're always going to have that them tripping over each other's lead foot. And Perkins on the front foot now. I like seeing this from Perkins. I wanted to see this from her.
That's the position Perkins wants to be in. In front, pressing Shields against the ropes, in position to throw that straight left. But she got to let it go. In her last fight, she was willing to eat some counter shots to land those straight lefts. Not so much early on against Claressa.
Nice right hand to the body there from Shields. Again, coming behind it with that left hook.
Yeah, great hook from Claressa.
Huge right hand again. That one pops the head back of Danielle Perkins.
Shields just barely messing with big right hands. She's not jabbing her way in. If she doubles and triples up the jab, that right hand will land. Alternate that right. There it is.
But Perkins hasn't been able to adjust to that overhand right. She's taken every single one. Claressa has connected every single right hand.
Shields, as we know, she can be very dangerous with her back against the ropes as she winds up for a big right hand. Perkins can see that one coming. 15 seconds of round 6. A nice counter shot there from Shields.
10 seconds, ladies.
I'd like to see what Darnell Pierce says, because that right hand, even though it's not damaging like in a dramatic way, it's gonna chip away.
How you feel, champ? Take your time. She's done. You gotta take your time. Don't rush yourself.
Here's that overhand right that Shields is looking for. Just barely came up short because she didn't take her foot deep enough to land that shot. But if she would have jabbed her way in, that would have been a money punch. That shot right there would have been good night. Right on the tip of the chin, just barely came up 1 inch short. 1 inch short from being a knockout overhand right there because her left foot didn't step in deep enough.
Yeah, I agree, Sergio. The jab she threw there was kind of a throwaway jab. She throws that more as a scoring punch. Get that guard down to Perkins. That right would have landed.
The game of inches, man, and it's all about footwork from the foundation up, and that's the only reason that punch didn't land. But it will be there again.
Perkins looking for that counter left hand as round 7 begins. And again, the widening of the stance that Perkins has assumed for this fight, that might have actually been what saved her from getting knocked out there. Just that extra inch that Shields has to reach upwards.
You know, there's a lot of great fighters that have been successful with a wide stance. You know, wide stance is fine. Your power doesn't go away if you're accustomed to that.
All right, Chris Mannix, how do you have this scored so far?
6 rounds to none in favor of Claressa Shields. That third round, where Claressa almost scored a knockdown, could have been scored a 10-8 round, but 10-9 across the board, 60-54 in favor of Claressa Shields.
I scored a 10-8. Full dominance by Claressa Shields.
Yeah, and I think that the length of time that Perkins was hurt for might have compelled some judges to give that one a 10-8 round also.
You guys know you're not allowed to disagree with my scorecards when you're sitting at this table.
Was that my contract? I didn't see that.
You have to wait till Twitter later.
Yes, we still love you.
Perkins looking for that left hand again.
Most
We're entering
appreciated.
that point in the fight where Perkins might be thinking about selling out.
No, I don't think they'll be right selling out against her. Shields is waiting for her to sell out. I think Perkins, she's looking for the left hand. She's not going to go punch for punch with Shields, Corey. I think that she's trying to set her up with a straight left hand or right hook, but it's going to be a single shot.
Big right hand again over the top. I meant Perkins selling out in search of the knockout, but Claressa Shields seems much closer to that ending than does Perkins, who gets locked with another right hand.
And 3, lady, and 3.
I am highly impressed with the way Claressa has been handling her weight to maintain that output of punches. Is amazing. Her stamina, wow.
Well, Buzenes will clash in a welterweight unification bout against Amanda Stanionis on April 12th at the Jim Whelan Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. All the welterweight gold on the line, a Ring Magazine title on the line, and here's an interested observer of that fight. I'm sure, Chris, maybe the winner of that one can beat that man one night.
I think Terrence Crawford will be entertained by that fight, but there's only one man that Terrence Crawford is interested in, and his name is Canelo Alvarez. And that weight class is a little bit above the 147-pound division.
Round 8 now underway. What has in all likelihood been a complete shutout for Claressa Shields. It has been on Chris Management's scorecards. We would assume it is the same on the 3 judges' scorecards here tonight. Another right hand rains in from Shields.
Chris, the speed. This is the heaviest she's ever been. That has not affected her at all.
Right. Step back, no punch. Step back. Step back. And 3, work out of it. Work out. Let it go, Danielle. Let it go, Danielle. Let it go. Right.
I'm afraid Danielle has lost that fire that we saw as she walked into the ring.
I was about to say, Sergio and I were talking about this during the opening. The look that some fighters get when they're in there with Claressa Shields is almost a tangible loss of confidence, especially when they see Shields' hand speed. I think we're seeing that materialize in Danielle Perkins. As confident as she was coming into it, it seems like that's been taken away.
Not totally. Because I still see a little fight in Perkins. Perkins is not backing up. Yes, I see the intimidation. I see what you guys are talking about. But I still think that she's throwing the right shots. And she's doing what she can against a great fighter. But Shields is just too much. Shields is waiting to counter her. The hands are too quick. The feet are too fast. And yes, the intimidation is there, lingering in the air.
Sergio, but think about it. She's thrown big punches, and yet Clarissa's still coming at her with the same speed as she did in the first round. At the heaviest she's ever been. It's got to be frustrating at this point in time.
Closing moments of round 8. 2 to go here in our main event.
Got 4 minutes. What you gonna do with them? It's the beginning of summer, or what is it? You gotta go get them. You don't gotta go get a record. Stay aggressive like you are. Keep the left hand tight. She only throwing that one shot. But when y'all get inside, them clinches and stuff, don't touch their body, touch their body. Little rabbit shots right here. Don't just hold it, because she's trying to do little shit, win little moments. Don't let her win them moments. Nothing else, toss her ass. Let them pick up off the floor and tell you don't do it again, but that's all right. Don't let her win them little moments. Hands tight, keep that left hand tight, and you get a little more aggressive.
You can see Shields, you know, trying to punch her way in. Little elbow right there. Rough tactics by the glove right there, but there's a second look. Look, she's trying to break that distance with a flurry of punches, but if she doesn't take her feet with her, then it's not going to be as effective.
Round 9 begins. Undisputed women's heavyweight title on the line.
This is the fight I expected Perkins. Fight like the bigger fighter, smarter the fighter. Back up the group.
Yeah, that's the meanness, that's the intensity that Perkins didn't seem to have in previous rounds.
And that's what I need to see.
Huge left hook there from Shields. Back Perkins up. But back comes Perkins.
Good job by Perkins there in that exchange, throwing with Claressa Shields. That's what she's got to do. I mean, the risk is you're going to get countered, and she's been countered all night long. But the only chance Danielle Perkins has to land a difference-making shot is punching with Claressa Shields and throwing that straight left hand.
Good shots there by Perkins, chopping right hands. Nothing landing cleanly, but that's still rocking Shields back, keeping her on the defensive. I like this tactic from Perkins. You can't push.
Perkins playing a little bit of bully ball here. As Shields gets her back off the ropes and tries to walk Perkins back.
Stop! Go back.
Shields having to tap into her MMA experience a little bit this round.
And 3 ladies, box out.
You know, we might not think about it, but that adds to her flying hours. And the resilience and the grit, you can see it. She is literally not intimidated by a much bigger fighter, and she's taking every single punch Perkins is dishing and not moving.
Go back. Box.
Final 10 seconds of round 9.
10 seconds.
Better round for Danielle Perkins. But the Globe still in full control.
Time.
My bad.
Last round. Take your time. She don't talk about the first 30 seconds. Trying to bomb me out. Just be smart. Just take her downstairs. She ain't got nothing for you. Nothing for you. Deep breaths for me.
And here's the shot. That's the entry to a southpaw. Instead of a 1-2, if you're an orthodox fighter, you come in with a 2-1. Shields making that adjustment, but you could see that the size and having to punch up at the bigger southpaw is difficult for Claressa Shields. No matter how great she is, you're still fighting a much bigger woman and a fighter than Danielle Perkins.
The crowd is on their feet for the 10th and final round on what has been an electric homecoming for Claressa Shields. And she may be 2 minutes away from leaving her hometown, or rather keeping all the titles in her hometown.
You know, I like this a lot from Danielle Perkins. Not just here to survive, coming out here in the 10th round, pinning Claressa against the ropes, just looking for a home for that left hand.
Counter right hand there from Shields. Perkins is going to need something big to cause the shock upset here. She walked into another big right hand.
Right. Go back.
Credit to Danielle Perkins, particularly for the final 3 rounds. She has been going for it.
Yes, she has. The last 2 rounds especially. And I didn't expect those 42-year-old legs to have that much of a bounce towards the later part of this fight, especially in the last round.
Especially when she's looking to land that big punch. And when she does connect, Claressa doesn't seem to be fazed by it. So she's still very much in the fight, but there's no real effect on Claressa.
She is just too clever with her back against the ropes, riding and swimming through those shots. Oh my goodness!
Big shot!
What a shot from Claressa Shields!
Wow!
What a way to punctuate this fight! The quote is the quote for a reason. An unforgettable night for the city of Flint. They've got a lot to cheer about right now.
Claressa Shields is the #1 fighter in women's boxing. And as we saw tonight, above 154 pounds, she is basically untouchable.
You know, I say all the time, the only thing better than not getting the knockout is pitching a shutout. You know, on the championship level, Claressa Shields, pound for pound, pitching a shutout, dominating like she did. It's incredible. We're watching greatness.
And I love the finish to that fight. Danielle Perkins wasn't satisfied with just cruising her way to a decision loss, went for it at the end, and she paid the final 10 seconds of this fight by a picture-perfect right hand from Claressa Shields that almost gave her the knockout she was looking for.
Let's take a look back at how this one ended.
Boom, right on the chin. Legs were out. If anyone doubted the gross power, you saw it right there. Timed beautifully by Claressa Shields. Step back just a little bit. Boom, right on the chin. Eyes rolled back. What a beautiful shot.
I mean, Sergio, that is the stuff that they teach you at Boxing 101. Slip the shot, come back over the top right hand. Beautiful punch.
I'm telling you right now, if Perkins wasn't as big as she was, she would have been out cold with that shot.
Well, we asked for years, where is the power when it comes to Claressa Shields? And I think she's found it at heavyweight. And at 29 years of age. What other heights are there for Shields to attain? Crowd still in an absolute frenzy here as we are ready to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Dave DeYoung scores it 100-89. Judge Robin Taylor scores it 97-92. And Judge Rose Lassen scores it 99-90. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And now the first ever WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO undisputed women's heavyweight champion of the world, known as the GOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields.
It's going to be a party in Flint tonight. They have